Welcome to the video lecture on solving parallel lines cut by a transversal line. The learning target is for you to solve for missing values and angle measurements within parallel lines, and your success criteria is for you to set up algebraic equations and solve for missing variables using angle relationships of parallel lines. And to do all this, you have to recall your properties of the parallel line and angle measurements. So these are your properties of parallel lines. First of all, we talk about corresponding angles. These two are in corresponding locations, and we call them congruent. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. They're the same, so we could set up this equation. Angle 1 is equal, right, with the squiggly line. That means congruent to angle 2. If they're on the inside of the parallel line but are flipped from each other, we call that alternate, because you see how they're alternating here. If they're alternating interior angles, they're also congruent. So angle 3 is equal or congruent to angle 4. And this is alternate exterior angles. So this is on the outside of the parallel lines. They're alternating. Those two are also congruent. And lastly, if they're on the same side and on the inside, that is when they are supplementary or add up to 180 degrees. You need to recall these four properties to solve for the equation, because this justifies the equation. Corresponding alternate interior and alternate exterior angles allows us to set up an equation so that they're equal. But if they're consecutive interior angles, we set up the equation that they add up to 180 degrees. You cannot do this without memorizing these four. If you would like to understand why, please watch the video prior to this that explains how we got to these properties using the rules of transformations. So let's do a vocab and core concept check here. Looking at these, which pair of angle measurement does not belong to the other, and explain why. Let's go over this in detail let's see if it makes sense. Here we see angle 1 and angle 3. These two are congruent because they are corresponding. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Angle 2 and angle 4, those are alternate interior angles, so those are the same. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 4. Then we have angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5, those are alternate exterior angles. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 5 because they're alternate exterior angles. Then lastly, we have the angle 2 and angle 3. Angle 2 and angle 3, those are consecutive interior angles. So angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. So which one does not belong is angle 2 and angle 3, because we say angle 2 and angle 3 are the only two angles that add up to 180 degrees. We call this supplementary angles. The other angles are congruent to each other. So let's do an example. You're going to solve for the missing value in a parallel line. So here you're solving for the value of x. So here's the solution. First of all, you have to do vertical angles to know that angle 4 is equal to 115 degrees. So this and these are the same because of vertical angles. Then you could set up the equation. They set up that angle 4 is congruent to angle 4 here, and this angle here are consecutive interior angles. They add up to 180 degrees. We know that angle 4 is 115 degrees, so now they made that substitution. Now they solve for it. 115 plus 5 is 120. That's just them combining like terms. Then they're going to subtract 120 from both sides. Then they're going to get 60 on the right hand side. So we could say that x, the value of x, is equal to 60 degrees. If you would like to do this another way, here's a check. They just plug it in and they saw that it's 180 degrees. There's another way of doing this. You could say that 115 plus x plus 15 is also equals to 180 degrees. Okay? Because these two here, because if you slide this above here, this is x plus 5, and these two would make a linear pair. They're supplementary. Okay? And either way, you get the same answer of x equals to 60. Okay? The setup for these are the same. Let's look at example 2. You're going to solve for the angle measurement in x as well. Here is the solution. We know that angle by linear pair, that this has to be 44 degrees. How do they do that? They set up this equation, the linear pair equation. That angle 1 plus angle 136 has to be equal to 180 degrees. So once they solve for that, they saw that angle 1 is equal to 44. Then they say that angle 1 here is congruent to this angle. And how do they know it's congruent? By the alternate exterior angle. That was one of the 3 that we have to memorize. Now you can solve for it because we know angle 1 was equal to 44 degrees. Now they're going to subtract 9 from both sides. You get 35 on the left hand side. You get a 7x on the right hand side. Divide by 7 to both sides. Divide by 7. You will get x is equal to 5. So we could say x is equal to 5. This makes sense because we can now plug it in. If you plug it in here, you get 44 degrees. And it makes sense because angle 1 and this angle has to be congruent. You could set this up in another way by sliding this above here. So this becomes 7x plus 9. Okay, and these two are linear pairs. So this is my linear pair. Because again, this can slide above here. You do the algebra, you get the same answer. X is equal to 5. All right. So what I would like you to do now is find the value of x and the missing angle measurement. Pause the video and give this a try. So the first one, I'm going to set up an equation. I know that this angle is 125, so this also has to be 125. And this is because of corresponding angles. Okay. Then we can now solve for it because we know that this angle of 125 and this angle are vertical angles. And vertical angles are congruent. So that's why we set up 125 is equal to x plus 133. Subtract 133 to both sides, you get x is equal to -8. That is possible. X can be that value. But let's find the measurement in of itself. So what we do here is we plug the x back in here. So x was -8. That's what we put, plus 133. We saw that once we plug it in, it becomes 125. This makes sense because this has to be 125 degrees because these two are vertical angles. Angle 8. How are these two related? Okay. We know that these two are related because they're vertical angles. So they're the same. 75 is equal to x plus 81. Subtract 81 to both sides, you get x is equal to -6. Are we done? Not quite. We know the value of x, but we need to know the angle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug it back in. So this is, we should be -6 for x plus 81. And we get 75. That makes sense because if we draw this, 75 has to be vertical angles to 75. This is another harder question. Find the value of angle x and the missing angle measurement here. Okay, this and this. How would you set up the equation? Here, I helped you out by telling you that the two angles here are corresponding angles. What do they mean by corresponding? They are the same. So that is why you are allowed to set up this equation. 123 is equal to 20x plus 3. Okay, these are corresponding. Subtract 3 to both sides. These two cancel out. You get 120 on the left hand side, you get 20x on the right hand side. Divide by 20, you get x is equal to 6. Now I'm going to check by plugging it back in. You see that this has to equal to 120 degrees. There you go. That is how you solve for the missing values as well as the angles within parallel lines. If we take a look here at delta math, this is a typical problem for you to work on. It says, given that angle M and N are parallel, find the value of x. In this case, they're just asking to ask us for x. Here I set it up in Paint for us to see it. We know now we first look at these two angles. And we know that these two angles are what? We would say there are alternate exterior angles, and we know that those are congruent. So we could set up the equation. 7x minus 30, okay, is equal to 6x minus 10. Those were the equations, okay? Now, we could now solve for this. So in this case, I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. Okay, I'm going to draw the line straight down here to separate it. We saw that this becomes 1x minus 30 is equal to negative 10. Okay, we just bring everything straight down. This canceled. Plus 30 to both sides, plus 30 to both sides. This cancels out. You get 1x is equal to, what's 30 plus negative 10? Gets you 20. So we would say x is equal to 20. Let's see that by plugging it in here. We would say that x is equal to 20. Let's see if we did it correctly. Yes, that is correct. They show the work here. And they said it is alternate exterior angles, which that's what we said here. And they say alternate exterior angles are congruent. And they show the algebra here. That's how we got our solution. Okay, so there you go. That is how you solve for missing variables in parallel lines.